Picture life in 1750. No factories, no trains, no electricity. The world was quiet, shaped by the rhythms of nature and the slow pace of human hands. Most people lived in small villages, working the land as their ancestors had for generations. Communities were close-knit, and everyone knew their neighbors. Everything was handmade, clothes spun and woven at home, often by candlelight after a long day in the fields. Tools and household items were crafted by local blacksmiths and carpenters, each piece unique and built to last. Travel was slow, by foot, horse or cart, so most people rarely left their home village. News moved just as sluggishly, carried by messengers or handwritten letters that could take days or weeks to arrive. Life revolved around the seasons and daylight, not factory whistles or rigid schedules. If crops failed, people starved. There were no supermarkets or safety nets to fall back on. If you got sick, there were no modern cures, only folk remedies and hope. It was a tough, simple existence, but it was all anyone knew. Life was hard, but it was familiar and deeply rooted in tradition. No one could imagine the world was about to change forever in ways they could scarcely dream of. Soon, the quiet countryside would echo with the roar of machines and the rise of cities, transforming every aspect of daily life. The age of handcraft and farming was ending, making way for something entirely new. The Industrial Revolution was about to begin, and nothing would ever be the same again. The Industrial Revolution wasn't a war, but it was a revolution in how things were made. It marked the shift from handcrafting at home to mass production in factories powered by machines. This transformation began in the mid-1700s and rapidly changed society. Machines could do the work of hundreds, producing goods faster and cheaper than ever before. Power came from water wheels, then steam engines, not muscle. This shift triggered changes everywhere. Farming, mining, and transportation all had to adapt. New roads, canals, and railways connected the country and the world. Life moved from slow, rural rhythms to the relentless pace of machines. Cities swelled as people left villages for factory jobs. The Industrial Revolution didn't just change work, it created the modern world. Why did the Industrial Revolution start in Britain? Britain had the perfect mix: rich coal and iron deposits, a booming population, and new farming methods that freed up workers. The agricultural revolution meant fewer people were needed on farms, so many moved to cities for factory work. Britain's empire provided raw materials and markets for finished goods. Wealthy merchants invested in new factories and machines. The government supported business and protected property. Rivers and a long coastline made transport easy. All these factors combined at just the right time. Britain became the birthplace of industrial change. The world would never be the same. The Industrial Revolution was powered by groundbreaking inventions that transformed every aspect of daily life. In textiles, the spinning jenny let one worker spin many threads at once, boosting production and making fabric more accessible than ever before. The steam engine, improved by James Watt, became the heart of industry. No longer tied to rivers, factories could be built anywhere, fueling rapid urban growth. The power loom sped up weaving, making cloth cheaper and more abundant, and helping to clothe a growing population. These machines doomed the old cottage industries, as handcrafts were replaced by mass production. To move all these goods, steam locomotives arrived, revolutionizing transport and connecting distant regions. Railways like the Stockton and Darlington line connected cities and factories, moving coal, iron, and products faster than ever, and opening up new markets. Trains shrank distances and changed how people thought about time and travel, making journeys that once took days possible in mere hours. The landscape filled with mills, tracks, and smoke. Industry was now unstoppable, reshaping towns and cities across the country. The pace of life accelerated as people adapted to the rhythm of machines and the clock. Britain became a nation of machines, its workforce transformed by new technology and opportunity. The world was on the move, as people, goods and ideas traveled farther and faster than ever before. Nothing would slow it down. The age of cogs, steam and speed had truly arrived. For workers, the new industrial world was harsh. Factory jobs were repetitive, exhausting and dangerous. Accidents were common, and safety was ignored. Shifts lasted up to 16 hours, 6 days a week for meager pay. There was no job security or help if you were hurt. Children as young as 5 worked long hours in perilous conditions, often beaten for mistakes. Cities grew rapidly, but housing couldn't keep up. Families crowded into filthy slums with no sanitation. Disease spread quickly, and pollution choked the air. For many, industrial life was a daily struggle to survive. The promise of progress came at a steep human cost. The city's smoke hid the price of change. The Industrial Revolution was a double-edged sword. On one side, progress. Goods became cheaper and more available, and new jobs appeared. Railways and canals connected people and markets, fueling trade and invention. For some, factory work was better than rural poverty. But the dark side was grim. Workers were exploited, cities were filthy, and the gap between rich and poor widened. Disease and crime thrived in overcrowded slums. The environment suffered. Factories belched smoke, rivers ran with waste, and landscapes were scarred by mines. People didn't yet grasp the long-term damage. The Industrial Revolution brought both opportunity and suffering. It set humanity on a new, uncertain path. The world was richer, but also dirtier and more divided. Its legacy is still with us. The Industrial Revolution spread from Britain to Europe, igniting a wave of transformation that would ripple across continents and generations. America and beyond, reshaping the globe in ways no one could have imagined at the time. Everywhere, societies shifted from farming to industry, from villages to cities, as millions left rural life behind in search of new opportunities. The world moved from hand tools to machines, and the pace of life quickened with every innovation. In Britain, workers began to fight for better pay and safer conditions, challenging the old order and demanding dignity. They formed the first labour unions, laying the groundwork for rights we often take for granted today. Reformers pushed for laws to protect children and improve factory safety, sparking debates that still echo in our world. Change was slow, but it came. One law, one invention, one movement at a time. The revolution created sprawling cities, global trade, and new social classes. It changed politics, warfare, and the very fabric of daily life. It even transformed how people thought about time and work, introducing routines and schedules that still shape our days. The world before 1750 is almost unrecognizable to us now, a distant memory of a slower, quieter era. The Industrial Revolution built the bridge to our modern age, connecting people, ideas and markets like never before. It was messy, noisy and costly, but it shaped everything we know, from our cities to our technology. When you use technology or buy global goods, you're living its legacy, connected to a history of innovation and struggle. The world was never the same again, and its impact continues to shape our future. History turned a corner, and there was no going back. The legacy of the Industrial Revolution is all around us every single day.